What is up, everyone, and welcome back to our SlabStox live show here Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the SlabStox YouTube channel. My name is Aaron, joined by Nate today for a topic that Nate and Jimbo have talked about in the past on Dinging Corner. Shout out to their weekly baseball podcast. Make sure you tune into those on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But that topic is a debate about, is there too much Topps Chrome? Not necessarily the production for one set, but many different sets now. I'm sure Nate's going to walk us through all the different sets now. And on the screen, you can actually see two right now. Topps Gilded, which has got Chrome cards inside of it with the Julio Rodriguez. It's like $1,000 card still, Nate. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And then you got the Supernova insert from, I think that's from Cosmic, Topps Chrome Cosmic Baseball. So we will have that debate on deck for today. It will come at the last segment of today's episode. But happy to be back from our SlabStox Live and hope you are having a great day wherever you may be watching or listening later. What's up, Nate?
Can I get 2 seconds of silence?
For? What is this?
There's a background music option now.
There is?
I just stumbled upon it in the brand section. I thought about playing Feeding the Ducks while you were talking. Then I figured you'd be like, what is going on?
That's actually funny. I never saw it before. Might need to experiment with that in some different capacities in the future. Not live on air, though.
Not live on air.
All right, here we go. On to our first topic of today's stream. It is buy it or sell it. Buy it or sell it. Very excited about this one. Normally, we do different sports. I think Nate went with a little bit different angle this week. So, Nate, why don't you start clicking through and walk us through?
Yes, sir. So, it's a real simple one. This Super Refractor Topps Finest Aaron Judge 101 BGS 95 sold for $9,300 last night in the PWCC weekly auction. Obviously, it's one of his top rookies, 2017. There's not a ton of rookies compared to what we're going to cover for 2022 Topps, just 2022 Topps Chrome, not to mention any other brand that might be out there, Bowman's Best, Topps Finest, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So, there's less supers of Aaron Judge from 2017 and all that good stuff. So the question is, do you buy this card at this price or do you sell it at this price? Specifically when considering some cards you could have got around that price recently. A Black Wave BGS 95 auto for $200 less, February 11th. A Optic Gold Vinyl 101 auto from 2017 BGS 95. So this is an auto. The other one isn't.
Does this need to have some research done on the bidding history of this card?
Maybe.
$10,400 for a non-licensed Panini baseball card just seems absolutely
but it's also a 101 auto. Yeah, you can do some research. And then there's the 2013 Bowman Chrome Red out of 5 BGS 95 that sold for $10,800 January 19th.
Okay.
So these are all somewhat in the ballpark. Obviously, this is $1,500 more, but somewhat in the ballpark of this card to where it's like, if you compare it to the other cards and you realize how kind of scarce his rookies are, is that a buy at 9,300 compared to the other cards, or are you taking the money in and running away?
So first of all, I looked into that Optic Gold Vinyl auto, and honestly, the 3 top bidders all have 0% bid activity with the seller, and then they all have pretty high feedback. But this card did jump from $5,600 to $10,400 within the last day. Although I think that it could just be a easy bidding war between 2 bidders. So it seems legit to me, which is honestly kind of crazy. But I know what Nate said. It makes sense. And to be honest, it looks like a nice card. But back to the actual topic at hand. I am taking the rookie Topps Finest Super Refractor 101, buying that for sure over the others. And I would buy this versus selling it too. Now, the only thing that I'm a little bit not as confident in is maybe like what happens with Aaron Judge. Now he's got his contract. Does he get hurt again? Is it going to be another great year? He already kind of had that peak. But this would have sold for way more, let's be honest, last summer, at the end of last summer, than it did right now. The reason why I buy this is because of the fact that there is not that many nice 1-of-1 super fractors available, rookies of Aaron Judge. You can get some like the random update, like home run derby things, I'm sure. But like you're really talking like Topps Chrome, Topps Finest, And then obviously the 2013 Bowman Chrome cards. And you can also get 2017 Bowman Chrome cards too. But I would rather actually have this than the Bowman Chrome non-auto Superfractor because I think that this Topps Finest brand is actually a decent legacy brand in baseball. You think back to the refractor with Ken Griffey Jr., like one of the biggest baseball cards of all time for the 90s. And that's a very expensive card. The PSA 10, I think, also just sold last night of that for like 20 grand. Yeah, Nate.
Fun fact, the first box I ever bought at a hobby shop was with you, and it was Topps
Yeah.
Finest
At
from 2014.
3-star sports cards in Minnesota. And yes, it was 2014 because I think it had the same design as the Jose Ramirez rookie year.
Yeah, it was a terrible box.
You got a gold of someone who I think was trash.
I got an out of 25 of a guy. I remember that.
Wasn't there who's the Marlins outfielder back in the day? It kind of reminded me, not Christian. He played like around Christian Yelich's time.
Jake Marisnik?
Yeah, just gonna say Jake Marisnik. Yeah, I think that's who it was. Which was Christian Yelich's second year at that.
Oh, that'd have been amazing.
But either way, my point is that I think this is a good legacy brand. The Mike Trout rookie from 2011 is a very big rookie from Finest, and I think it's a great card. And honestly, a little shocked to see it go for under 10K, maybe even. But I'd buy it. Hopefully, Judge plays well. Obviously, he has to do well for this card to maintain the value or grow.
I agree, especially with that optic auto in the same ballpark. Now, the one that gives me pause is the red at the end. I know it's $1,500 more, but from like a Topps Finest Superfractor or a Bowman Chrome Red,
yeah,
I would say I choose the Bowman Chrome Red like 99 times out of 100.
Is this the one time you wouldn't?
Well, I see that's the tough thing is it's not necessarily close. It's still $1,500. That's still a huge chunk of change.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a $300,000 house that you spend $3,150 on.
You could basically go and buy an Aaron Judge Bowman Chrome Auto BGS 9.5 with the difference and have a Bowman Chrome Auto of him too.
Correct.
So I would add in also say really quick that like this Topps Finest image, like that makes me think of Aaron Judge playing baseball. I don't really look at this and say that's Aaron Judge playing baseball, honestly.
No, honestly, he doesn't look that big either in that. Of course, that's a long time ago, and
I know. And
he's only 21.
It's like in spring training and stuff or whatever. And the card also doesn't have a first logo. It's his first card, but they made the first logos from the 2013 year. So I don't know how many people care about that, but I like the Superfractor. Sweet card.
Yeah, I think it looks great. And I agree. I would, because of the $1,500 difference, if it was closer, if it was like under $1,000 difference, I think I would choose the Bowman Chrome Red all day. But $1,500, since that's such a good chunk of change, I choose the Finest.
Yeah, sure. You can literally get like a BGS 9.5 for basically that value. I mean, the last one's like $1,750, but it's close. It's close. Let us know in the comments if you're watching right now. If you feel free to add into the baseball discussion, would you rather have that Judge Superfractor 1/1 rookie or the other cards that Nate pointed out? All right, moving on to the Love It or Hate It segment. And hi, Oscar, how are you doing? And Gabriel also is here. Good to see you as well. But Love It or Hate It segment, this is all based on collegiate products dropping. So this was sent out in the Daily Slab newsletter this morning. Our intern, SlabStox Julian, gave us a good write-up on these products for you all to read every single day. There's a headline piece that Julian puts together in the Daily Slab. And sign up for that, slabstox.com. Just put in your email and you'll receive tons of hobby information every single day, 7 a.m. Eastern time. But today's topic was about these new collegiate products that are coming out this week. So I think it was Wednesday of this week is the collegiate basketball NT, or maybe that's today. And then Wednesday is Bowman University football. And for the first time, Bowman University football, this is a second-year set, but it's actually licensed this year. And I missed that completely until I reviewed Julian's segment. Yeah.
So how is it just for football that they have the license? Because obviously the NT has the team names on the jerseys and stuff, so they're licensed.
Yes.
So are they going to put out Bowman University basketball and have it licensed as well?
They will put out Bowman University basketball, I'm sure, again, will be licensed. I don't know yet. I guess to me, there's either one is that the exclusive rights for Panini ran out, yet they still have the rights in general. And then two is that it might be basketball or football specific. However, remember, like NT football released this year with logos and stuff. So it's not that affected what they do with Bowman University football. So I hope that we see basketball logos because honestly, that'd make me super excited. I'm sure that'd make you insanely excited.
You have no idea. I'd be getting all the Grady Dick cards in the world.
Oh yeah, and the other guy too, Wilson, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a nice player. But so what are we loving or hating here, Nate? I want to be clear because you put this in here, so
yeah. So essentially, just collegiate products dropping, is there love for it? Is there hate for it? You know?
Okay. Well, to me, here's the thing: is
And
that
it's specifically because of the change in
Bowman University.
Bowman University.
Because I think last year, like, it was cool having like a Bryce Young auto out when he's still playing college, and that's different too this year. Like these collegiate products, and you'll even notice this with collegiate Prism draft picks this year, Nate. I don't know if you've looked at that yet, but they actually made a rated prospect set in the Prism line, which is
I
really
saw that.
weird.
I saw that because of Jimmy's.
I saw because of Jimmy too. Jimmy ripped a bunch, and I saw his post. But rated prospects is normally like a downwards optic thing. So then they put it on the Prism cards, which looks a little
It looks
odd.
very
However,
goofy.
what do you say?
It looks very goofy.
It does look very goofy. Right intention. I think it's very cool that these players are still in college, are not necessarily already drafted, are going to be drafted this year, are getting cards. Because, like you said, you could get a Grady Dick card this year or in Bowman University basketball. Like, that's very cool. And I think it adds an extra element just to the hobby in general. Like, oh, I can buy this guy's card before like when he's playing March Madness next year, maybe. Like if Kansas is really good again next year, like that's super interesting to me. I love it. Here's the thing: a lot of people don't like collegiate products because they just don't sell as well as the professional ones. That's just the fact of it, and that's fine. Yeah, they don't sell as well. They still, you can collect them and you can get affordable options. I'll tell you that much. And number two is I think that there's still a big market for people who love college sports. There's a lot of people who like college sports more than they like professional sports.
I live in Spokane, Washington. I'm not a Gonzaga fan, but I live in Spokane, Washington, right? Everyone is about Gonzaga here. There's no professional basketball team in Washington, and they've got a great basketball program. Well, an okay basketball program. Let's be realistic. They're no Kansas.
They're not Kansas. I mean,
but a good basketball program. You can't tell me that somebody from Spokane wouldn't love collecting a Gonzaga Chet Holmgren as opposed to an Oklahoma City Thunder Chet Holmgren. You know,
and also I'll be at like 25% of the price.
Yeah.
So like I think that there's a time and place for all of it, and obviously I think a lot of it has to do with too is like, well, is the wax actually affordable? And I don't know the NT collegiate basketball price off the top of my head. However, I would have to assume that the Bowman University is a pretty affordable product to rip. I know that they were last year, but I just don't know what the licensing changes. Obviously, that brings more expense to the product in general.
What is this, 2022?
Yeah, I was gonna try to find out on DA really quick. The university wrong, so that doesn't help. The new boxes, $130. Okay,
For NT?
to get for Bowman Chrome University.
Oh,
No, but here's the other thing, Nate. Another change this year. I don't know if you read this. Only Bowman Chrome cards in Bowman University. There's not all the random paper and then your 2 Chrome cards. Remember?
oh, that's nice.
So that's a big bonus, I think, too.
That's real nice.
So to me, $130 and you're getting a guaranteed license product with all Chrome cards, Chrome autographs, like Caleb Williams cards with the first Bowman logo. He's not getting drafted this year.
How many autos?
Huh?
How many autos in a box?
Last year there was 2, but maybe there's a switch to that too with the 2 prospect autographs per box. Like this gets me much more excited than like a lot of products that release, to be honest.
Yeah. And like I get the not really enjoying collegiate products. Too far Tony and Gabriel also not sold on the collegiate products. And it's really like, let's be realistic. I wouldn't care about a collegiate card of, you pull a Zion Williamson card in his Pelicans jersey. That's sweet. You pull a Zion card from Duke, not many people are going to care. So it's really regional. Who is your favorite team? Collect that. Whereas in the NBA, you'll collect cards of every single player from any team. At least that's how my brain works. Like I just don't care about getting a Syracuse basketball player or an Iowa State quarterback or anything like that.
Now I just looked up the checklist, and my review is not as good as it was 5 minutes ago. Because Wisconsin has 2 players in the set, and one is Graham Mertz, who both stunk and is transferred. 2 is Ches Malusi, who I think also transferred.
Yeah. And again, that's what you're pointing out there is that you were a fan of the product without seeing the checklist, just the idea of it. And then once you see that your favorite team does not have cards, then it loses its appeal.
Yeah, and Ches actually might still be on the team, but Braylon Allen's like who I want to get. Like he's gonna be drafted in 2 years or next year or whatever. He'll play another year for Wisconsin. Like I want to get Braylon Allen cards before he gets drafted, and want to watch him on TV, but he's not in here. So, Kansas, oof, Kansas doesn't even have one card in the set. That's how bad they are.
Dude, 6-6, bro. Put some respect on
Honestly,
Kansas' name.
we're pretty close to that. So, but yeah, no, I mean, cool set. I like the first Bowman aspect to it. While it's not, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, this is as important as Bowman Chrome baseball. That's not what I'm saying at all. But at least it adds another element into the collecting of the collegiate cards, I think.
Yeah. And as for love it or hate it, if the price is too expensive, I of course hate it. From a ripping standpoint. But from a single standpoint, I have plenty of NT and other type of college Kansas Jayhawk cards around that I enjoy,
Yeah,
and they're cheap.
yeah,
I mean, you grabbed me that Paul Pierce Jayhawks auto for $25 that one time from your buddy.
yeah.
It's like, you're not getting a Paul Pierce auto numbered that's in a Celtics jersey for $25.
In a good set too. I think that's how exquisite.
Oh,
Or it is either exquisite or NT. Maybe
yeah.
it's NT.
I can't remember.
Either way, so Caesar says collegiate is a trash product and money grab, and of course everyone can have their opinion. I know a lot of people might see it that way, but to me, the difference between a money grab and between making a product that people want, it's like I physically think that people want this product that collect college sports, which is why I think this is a good product to make as a manufacturer to build the collecting base. Like that's why I think it's not a money grab. I really like that 1952 or 52 Bowman football insert. Also, I think that's the Euros from the Bryce Young, 3rd from the left there. Super nice insert. And also, I got a shout out to Alex from Tops for putting this together. I've known Game Worn Guru on Instagram for a while, and I know he had a lot to do with all the NIL deals, and he's doing a great job with that. And kudos for getting the licensing done, whoever did that too. Like, that's very cool to see that.
Yeah.
And then Too Far Tony says a patch card with a piece of school logo would be really cool, though. I do agree that would be cool. Bowman Chrome isn't going to be the set to find that in. However, it's cool unless it's Panini where they take it off of some pajamas and stick it in the card.
Yeah, I mean the ACC logo in the corner there is very cool.
Oh, you're talking about Bankero basketball.
Yeah, if you had a Big 12 logo on a
Kansas card,
or a little piece of the Jayhawk foot or beak or something on a Kansas card, yeah, I'm all for that. That'd be amazing.
Also, Nate, what's your thoughts on Panini putting on preview images for that product with Devontae Graham?
Love that. Big fan. Devontae Graham now a Spur, so.
Oh yeah, I actually saw that. Wasn't it in a trade?
What?
Wasn't it in a trade he went there?
Yeah.
Too Far Tony is the one that Nate pulled the Red Russell for. And Too Far Tony elected to get the George Russell Red Auto graded for free with SGC with us through our submission service. We offered it for free with the massive hit. I can confirm it just got there today, and they received it. Too Far Tony, so it'll be graded soon.
Sweet.
All right, here we go. Moving on to the debate, and Oscar says, I wish there was like a championship soccer or second division soccer to make up for there being no collegiate soccer product. Oscar, they are releasing the U21 Bowman Chrome set here soon. I know not the same, but it'll include a lot of players from different leagues and divisions like that. So that'd be cool. All right, debate time. As we brought up at the start. Yay. What?
I wonder how that second, like that U21 stuff is going to go, because obviously that will be a player's first card.
Yeah.
Right. But I wonder how people will treat it in soccer collecting. Will they treat it like a prospect card from baseball, or are they going to treat it like it's not as important once they get a true rookie or whatever?
I'd say for sure yet to be seen. We haven't seen it yet, but I have to imagine when you get your rookie with your big club, like that's going to be more important. It won't be like a Bowman situation, but I think to have those cards will still be cool. There's times where there's players that start in smaller clubs that have never had cards before until they get on a big club. If you're smart and you'd like to prospect, you could probably do very well on some of those guys.
Yeah.
Will S says, "You guys again. Looking forward to this. I'm definitely diluted out of all these products. Friends love Gilded, but I can't get into anything new." Okay, Will, well, perfect time for you to be here at this debate and watching. Excited for you to be here. Nate, what do you got there? Or what are you about to get?
The closest Gilded auto I had.
Which one you got?
Is that the non-Topps Chrome? Alan Trammell.
Yeah, the frame.
Yep.
Nice stuff. Nice stuff. All right, here we go. Debate time. There are 10 Topps Chrome products for 2022 baseball. Are you a fan of this or not? And we will start with Nate's argument and Nate's opinions here.
All right.
Now, so Nate, make it clear which side you took, because I had to take the other. So, because I've done that to you before.
Yeah. So obviously, I am for the 10 Topps Chrome products, and I know that might be a little bit shocking to people because it's like they just keep printing more and more and more and more and more, and it's like money grab this, money grab that, yada yada yada. I understand that completely. I do, but I am for it, and it's for one simple reason. When looking at Topps Chrome between 2019 and 2022, I didn't want to choose 2020 or 2021. So 2019, back when I thought it was kind of reasonable.
Reasonable meaning the parallel list, not the price.
Yeah, the parallel list. And the pricing, honestly.
I was going to say, and the price too, but
I bought a bajillion boxes at the National for only like $700. So it was amazing.
Nothing.
All right. So you, on the left side, you have the 2022 list. On the right side, you have the 2019 list. The difference there is 7 different added variations, which is a lot, but it's not that bad. And the reason it's not that bad is because it's not, and a lot of it, I will also mention, a lot of it is magenta out of $399, magenta speckle out of $350, adding in or putting in a purple speckle out of $299. There was a purple before, and then making the purple $250.
So you're saying that they kept the of 90 or of 150 and less pretty consistent.
They kept everything 150 and less the same, which they kept the good ones the same. So I'm thankful for that. They didn't add in a bajillion red lava, red wave, red speckle, red, whatever to make 20 different parallels of out of 5s.
Now there's a red wave there, but
no, I know, but that's been there. That's been there for a while.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. Now 7 is a lot, but when you compare it to, here is Select from 2019, Select Football specifically, because Select added in the club level. You can see all the parallels there: Concourse, Premier, Field Level, yada yada yada. Here are the parallels for Concourse at the top, Premier, Club, 3rd, and then Field Level, 4th.
And that's for the new sets, you're saying?
And that's for the 2021 set.
Okay.
All right, so you can see all those parallels. This was the amount of parallels for the entire 2019 set. This is the amount of parallels for the entire 2021 set. If you're wondering the difference, there's 127 total in 2021. They added an additional 77 parallels between 2019 and 2021. Topps Chrome added 7. Now, the difference here is that Topps Chrome added a bunch of new sets. We covered, I didn't put the sets anywhere. Here, I have a list. I have a list on the phone of the sets that I can read off to you quick. There's Topps Chrome Update, Topps Chrome Sapphire, Topps Chrome Sapphire Update, Topps Chrome Ben Baller, Topps Chrome Cosmic, Topps Chrome Sonic, Topps Chrome Logo Fractor, Topps Chrome Black, which is not the same image, but still, and then Topps Gilded, which has Topps Chrome cards in it. That's 10 total sets. But that means that instead of doing what Select did and making a billion different parallels to sell a ton of stuff, they just made a bunch of different sets. And that's good for me personally, because I don't need to waste my money on, if I don't want to buy Topps Gilded, I don't need to buy Topps Gilded. If I just want to stick with Topps Chrome Update, and Topps Chrome Sapphire, I can do that. And they don't have a bajillion parallels like Select did. I can just keep my money and spend it on that stuff, not worry about getting, Dragon Scale out of 87 or a elephant print or a zebra print or a tiger print or a peacock print or anything like that. I can buy what I know still doesn't have a ton of parallels compared to what Panini has done, and then just not buy the other sets. Like, I don't want to buy Topps Chrome Cosmic, so I'm not going to. And they didn't force me into buying Topps Chrome that I like and, having it be absolutely atrociously watered down.
So I actually had no idea where you were going with that stop wasting money thing when I saw that in the slides. I didn't review every slide you did, but honestly, like, if I were to vote for an argument, like, you made a very good case there. I'd never even thought of that before, where like Panini, now they also make a lot of random sets too, but they also completely juice up the sets that people liked, which is why Select, I think, is the perception of Select from 2018 or 19 until now is like so much worse. Yeah. So much worse. And I just looked at the Topps Chrome Update Sapphire checklist, Nate, because so many people are excited about that product this year. Dude, that red Julio auto I just saw hit by Jaspys was insane. But you look at the parallels: green out of 75, gold out of 50, orange out of 25, purple out of 10, red out of 5, superfractor 1 of 1, papradash 1 of 1. Now imagine you open up Topps Chrome Sapphire Update. Instead, there's like 30 different colors or types of colors. Bro, that would stink.
Yeah.
So yeah, I respect that.
Yeah. So it just, for me, it's like, I get the frustration, but I am trying to look at it on the positive side, where they didn't do what Panini did. They made a lot of products, but I don't need to buy them. And so I like it.
Yeah. It gives options. Honestly, it gives options. No one's forced to buy Sonic or Cosmic, which honestly, that one's confusing to me, why there's now a Sonic coming.
Like Jimbo loves Topps Chrome Black, and he really enjoyed ripping Topps Chrome Ben Baller, which is a fun rip. We rip some of that. It's a very fun rip. It's just the resale prices aren't ideal, and it's just one of those things where, like, I don't have any desire to rip Topps Chrome Black, but if Jimbo does, more power to him. He can buy it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought a single of Topps Chrome Black in my life. I know you just bought like the couple dollar Patino auto, but like I've never, and they don't make it for soccer, which is also probably why I haven't bought a single of it in my life. But and Chris says, too many Topps products since 2001 just waters down rookie cards to the point where you don't want any of them. Julio has over 20 rookie cards so far. Ridiculous. Will says, Chris, agreed. It bleeds into even the main rookie demand, so I'm not a fan. And that's the only thing I think that, which is going to be part of my argument, is, and maybe I should just move on to that here, is that
move on to it.
We'll move on to it. All right, Nate, I think Nate did a nice job there. Here's my argument. So in 5 months, and I took out Bowman, I took out whatever else I could to try and make this as many Topps Chrome cards as possible, like from the search results here. In 5 months since Topps Chrome main set released, there's been over 6,000 sales of Julio Rodriguez 2022 Topps Chrome cards. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
In 5 months. 6,000 sales. In the 5 months from when Topps Chrome main set released for Aaron Judge, 5 months after that, there's only 1,000 sales. Now, there's some differences here where Julio is extreme. I mean, honestly, Aaron Judge was extremely hot this time too. Actually, it doesn't matter. They're both extremely hot at this time. Either way, within 5 months after release, there's 6,000 sales of Julio cards. There's 1,000 sales of Aaron Judge cards. That just immediately tells me that there's way more cards in the market for Julio than Aaron Judge, which in first glance, it's like, okay, well, maybe they're better prices. You can afford them more, etc. Honestly, Julio Rodriguez cards are still extremely expensive. The bigger thing to me is that long-term effects are worse when you have this many cards of a player in the market. And that makes me think of like 89 Griffey, where there's like all the downers, all the upper deck, all the tops, whatever, like traded. There's just so many different types of rookies, and they printed those to the moon. Mm-hmm. In this one, I can't go back to like 1989 and see like after the release, but I just went since the beginning of the year until now for 89 Griffey cards. There's been 4,000 different 89 Griffey cards to sell in 2023. Albert Pujols, 2001. There's less than 1,000. There's 967 different cards of Albert Pujols that have sold from 2001, his rookie year, since the start of the year. That's 4 times as many as Ken Griffey, and obviously, I'd even say Pujols is maybe just more relevant right now, anyways, because of just breaking 700 home runs. So there's just so many more cards. I think there's just like it makes the prices lower, it makes the desirability lower, and in the end, maybe people were spending money on cards of Ken Griffey that ended up being worth a lot less down the line versus Albert Pujols. You bought these in 2001, worth a lot more. Now, eventually, these Ken Griffey Juniors, I'd say even for whatever you paid in back in 89 or 90, maybe not for the raw. I remember people were talking about like $200-300 for a raw rookie of him. Probably not at that point right now, but PSA 10 at some point probably gained value. Either way, it's just a long-term, I'd say, concern when you have 10 different Topps Chrome products. In the end, people spend money and years down the line, they won't. I know not everything's about the money too in the hobby. It's the other thing, right? You can buy Topps Chrome Black because you like Topps Chrome Black. You don't care 5 years from now if your Yellow Auto is worth $20 versus $50. But it's just something to consider, as there a lot of the money in the hobby is because people are buying and selling at some point. Now, here's just a little comparison. Ken Griffey Jr. 89 star PSA 9 is $199 his last sale. Albert Pujols 2001 Topps Chrome Trade PSA 9. Obviously, two completely different sets, two completely different grading and SKUs and all that different stuff. But it was $390, so it's about double for Albert Pujols rookie, and that just goes to show, I think, that while the Ken Griffey Jr. card's way more iconic, you just can't keep up the prices long term when there's so much out there constantly selling over and over and over again. Which is, I'd say, something that is to be a concern maybe 5-10 years from now when there is 10 Topps Chrome products, maybe more in the future. I don't think that the main rookie is like your Blue Wander Franco rookie of 150 or Julio Rodriguez. Like that'll probably sell really well 5 years from now if the players are relevant. But it's kind of all that extra stuff, the Sonic.
And that, just real quick, you have more argument to make. That's just my main thought is like, for me, I'm not going to rip these products, and I don't plan on buying a Topps Chrome Cosmic Julio Rodriguez. I'd rather spend that money on a Topps Chrome Julio that I know people will be after because it's a main card, or a Topps flagship. In fact, I do think that this is going to, real quick, real side note, I think this is going to have a real good they're not making more flagship products, it's Series 1, Series 2, update. So the more Topps Chrome and everything that comes out, I think people might gravitate back towards the Series 1 paper. Or, I mean, the flagship paper. But that's neither here nor there, and I can't prove it.
Yeah. I actually, to be honest, like this is what I could come up for argument, is that it just has more long-term effects than what we might see today.
Yeah.
I think that if I had to pick a side, I would probably still be on this side. Like do we need Sonic, right? Do we need Cosmic? I don't think we do, but there's people that can go buy it, right? And that's why I like that they didn't shove those parallels inside Topps Chrome. They made a separate product. Great. More accessibility, more people in the hobby. The thing you have to remember is that you can't have more people in the hobby and make the same amount of cards. You just can't. Now, you also can't make so many that no one cares about anything.
Yep.
You just can't, because the boxes of Topps Chrome, if you made the same amount of cards as you did in 2017, the boxes would release at ridiculous numbers. They'd be $600+ for about hobby box because so many more people want to buy it, that type of thing. Or at least maybe secondary market values would be there if Topps isn't releasing them. They get there eventually. Now, the reason why I do like, and I'm even adding into Nate's argument here, is that you look like, hey, if you want to go buy a 2017 Topps Chrome, people are buying that and ripping it. Like barely anyone. Jumbo's $12.50. If you want to go get a Topps Chrome baseball hobby box, and this is some blowout, I'm sure you can find it cheaper elsewhere, $150. A lot of people can buy that and rip it. Enjoy their cards. Maybe get a cool card.
I have a question for you. Now, I will say this is going against my argument, but you rip that box. Congratulations on your 2 base reliever autos that you're.
No, I mean I get it. But check it out. I mean, there's still a chance you get 2 base relievers out of 2017.
That's true. That's true.
There's still a chance. So, I guess my point is that there's pros and cons to each for sure. Which one's the better? It beats me right now. I'd say it just depends on how the hobby demand goes 5 years from now. I do think if you're spending money yourself on singles and on boxes, be happy with opening the cards and having them because you love the cards. I wouldn't buy a box just to rip it and think that you'll have the cards 5 years later and make money on them. That's a bad line of thinking. If you're gonna buy the singles, like let's say Gilded, and you're spending $1,000 on Julio Rodriguez out of 199, well, a very nice card, and there's a chance that it does well long term. We have no idea. just know that there's risk there because it's something new, and we don't know if Guild is going to come out every year. We don't know if it's going to be sought after every year, or what they're going to do with the product. And honestly, a lot of that has to do with Panini, because when you kill Select, that killed a lot of people's collecting of Select. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Now I'll post the poll. Who won this debate? I think it's Nate's for making these 10 products, but you're kind of for making the 10 products because they're keeping the products like true to themselves versus more so like just the sake of making Sonic to make Sonic.
Well, I mean, part of me feels like they're just making Sonic to make Sonic itself, Sonic. But I'm for it because I don't have to buy Sonic. I want to buy Topps Chrome, right? Just like 2 years ago, I would have wanted to buy Select if it was out in the same amount of parallels because it was a great product. Now, Select is still there. I don't want to buy Select. I still want to buy Topps Chrome.
Okay.
So it's like they haven't watered down the product to where I'm like, I would rather light my money on fire than open this box.
Yeah.
They have made a lot of products, but I then have the option to not rip that. Whereas if they just made Topps Chrome, watered it down a ton, didn't make any of these other products, then it'd be like, well, this stinks. I'm a baseball guy and I can't even rip the main thing because I know it's going to be terrible.
Yeah, no, I like that. And for me, on my side, with not making the 10 products, I think I maybe should have had a very explicit major take here. It is what Will said. It's like, I do think that when you make so much more, it does kind of bleed into the main rookie demand. And I think in essence, it might make it more confusing for a new collector too.
Yeah,
how many collectors, Nate, walk in and say, oh my gosh, how many rookies are there? The Sapphire update versus the normal Sapphire versus the Top Trim update series versus the update paper. Like, that's confusing as heck. We've been collecting for a long time. And even sometimes you look at an image, especially me who's not in the baseball market every day anymore. I look at Julio Rodriguez and I'm like, which one is that Sapphire out of? And he does have a Sapphire rookie, but also the Top Trim update Sapphire. So like there's just a lot going on there to where like that's also, I'd say, for my argument, helps. It's like, hey, it's a lot easier if there's just a couple products. Now, people are voting it as Nate won this debate. I think that your argument for like the Select thing was really strong, which I think probably helped you win this. If I had to argue for more products, I don't think I would have been able to come up with that. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, of course, I did already make this argument on Dinging Corners with Jimbo, so we were just rehashing it for people that don't listen to that, and I hadn't had that argument with Aaron yet. So
yeah, or for me to hear too.
Yeah.
Logan says, I don't think the extra chrome sets are necessary, but I do enjoy the products and they think they look nice. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they do a great job making the products. Like that Guild set, there's a reason why Gilded is selling for more than what it retailed at. It's because people like it.
This is a great card.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, that's a great looking card. The gold frame, the little frame around the picture with the auto underneath, like it's very clean. It looks good. I enjoy them. It's one of those things where I wouldn't want to spend the prices on the box, especially because like this is one of your two autos out of there and it's, $50 maybe. But it's still a sweet product nonetheless.
If we're showing off nice looking cards and gold cards, how about this?
Ooh. Lewandowski
just came in the mail today. Gold 50. He's got the gold medal Champions League in his mouth. Super, super cool. And then also nice looking cards. Well, I know not playing the best and Chelsea just stinks right now, but super cool blue cracked dice auto. Numbered 49.
Ayo.
Yeah, everyone's like all hail team Nate. We love Nate in here. 69% Nate, 64% Nate, 36% Aaron. Yeah, I guess I take the L and move on. But I'm kind of surprised more people did vote for me.
To be fair, I made the slideshow last night and texted you and said, I'm taking this side. You have to take the other.
Yeah, but remember, I did that to you, though, with our last one, too. I said, you have to argue why. It's something to do with Panini products, I think.
I love a good just playing devil's advocate. Like, maybe not necessarily agree with it, but like just pushing both sides just to push both sides,
Yeah, find a reason. Also, I mean, I know that I have my fair share of negativity towards Panini, but I love these 2016 Spectra patch autos, Harry Kane, and then I got this one in Say too. Really cool messy insert. It says Fuego on it. PSA 9.
Dude, did I show it?
What do you got?
There was a
It's like a little mail day action with Aaron and Nate here right now.
there was a Marcelo.
Oh, I saw that was the Spectra vertical pink patch auto.
Did you see that?
I did. Did it sell? Did it sell?
No, it did not. I don't think. I just don't know where. I don't know where.
That is a nice card. I saw it. Tech says, didn't Topps Gallery have hits like that? Are you talking about the frame autos? Because I don't think they had frame autos. I think they made them look like picture frames. Though.
There was Topps.
Oh, that's sick.
Isn't that sick? Look at that auto.
Yeah, his auto's really fun. Star and a smile in it.
Multi-color patch.
Yeah, that's a fun card.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Oh, wait. Speaking of fun cards. All right, sorry for the mail day break, everyone. Luigi Mario Kart.
Dude, I was just at Target today and I saw a Switch and I said to my wife, I said, don't you ever just feel like you want to buy a Switch just to beat Aaron in Super Smash Bros? She said, no, I have never had that thought in my life.
I know it's not focusing, but the little Luigi logo actually has like a little speckle shimmery thing in it. It's pretty cool. I also have the Toad.
Nice.
So funny. Yeah, it's Topps Gold label. Topps Gold label with like one framed gold auto or one gold framed auto per box.
Oh, cool.
All right, well, I think that wraps up for today's episode. Let me hit the next slide quick. Actually put a little bit of effort here today. Made a nice clean schedule for everyone for what we're doing on Whatnot, as we are doing quite a bit on Whatnot throughout the week. So I figured it'd be nice and easy for everyone to see it graphically here. So yes, on Whatnot app, you can download the app if you have not already. Just hit the link in the description of this video. You get $10 for free if you just make an account. We will be doing tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Nate's going to try to do a full case of Topps Chrome F1 Hobby. Pick your team. Now, we say full case because it's a fresh case. There's 12 boxes, but we want to give people the option to affordably buy into breaks, either by buying 1 box, 2 box, 5 boxes, or the whole case. If you want to buy a team for the whole case, kind of pick your option and get to pick the quantity you want. And then on Wednesday, we'll be doing a What's Brewing episode. I'll be doing some soccer breaks and education and giving away a free Jude Bellingham Platinum box, which are pretty expensive, actually. They're like $350 a box. And you all can win some packs. So there's 5 packs per box. We'll give away all 5 packs to different people. So that should be pretty fun. 1 auto per box. And also there's potentially, probably not in the box, but you never know. There's 50 gold VIP tickets to meet Jude Bellingham at an event, Topps event. Wow. So that'd be sick. I'd just be crazy. And then Thursday this week, Nate will be talking about this more tomorrow on Digging Corners podcast. If you all want to listen to Nate talk about this and different Sapphire products, but 6 p.m. Eastern time, on Thursday, Nate will be doing a whole case of Bowman Draft Sapphire. The entire AL East division already sold. That's how good the prices are. We try to make the prices as nice as possible for everyone who want to buy in, and pretty affordable options, honestly. A whole division for a whole, a whole box at $75 for a bunch of prospects that are pretty decent.
Hoping for like the best prices you can find, essentially.
That's what that's what the game plan is. So please hop on to Whatnot and check that out. And then Friday, I'll be doing this is going to be Drive to Survive Celebration Day. Drive to Survive Season 5 drops on Friday on Netflix. And I'll be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern time to do 50% off Topps Chrome Hobby Packs. I'll probably be doing, I can't guarantee it, but it's probably around like 4 to 5 boxes at 50% off. So cool. Make sure to come see us on Whatnot. Download the app. Just look up at SlabStox. Follow us. Save all the streams, and you'll see when we go live all these different times. But appreciate everyone joining today's stream. Means a lot. I hope you all enjoy the debate, and we'll see you all in the next SlabStox Live episode here on the SlabStox YouTube channel.
See you, everyone.